what is moment of inertia? Yes, anybody can give me any idea? First of all, tell me, what do you understand about the term inertia? Do you understand? Yeah, tell me.
It is a point, it is a condition which keeps a body at rest or at motion.
Yeah.
Holds it still.
Right. So, see, I mean, like in laws of inertia, when we study about laws of inertia, then we discuss about the static inertia or kinetic inertia, and based on which physical quantity we make the classification that are we talking about static inertia or kinetic inertia? No. Based on which physical quantities observation or calculation we talk about the inertia term, which is said to be at rest, or it is a kinetic inertia. It is based on the calculation of linear momentum. See, whenever linear momentum is 0, that means velocity is 0, so momentum value is also 0. So at that time we say that it is about static inertia. And whenever a body moves with a constant momentum, we say it is kinetic inertia. So that means whenever we talk about the term inertia, either static or kinetic, inertia, this comes from the calculation of linear momentum, isn't it? We say about the term inertia, but we calculate the physical quantity, that is linear momentum. Whenever linear momentum is 0, we say it is static inertia. Whenever linear momentum is found to be constant, we call it as a kinetic inertia. And whenever that change of linear momentum takes place, we call that rate of change of momentum is defined as the force. So that means it is all about the linear momentum that helps us to calculate or to understand about the state of inertia. Whenever in rotational motion, whenever we are using or we are studying relating to the term moment of inertia, means the inertial state of the body, in rotation about an instantaneous axis, So that means whenever the particle, any particular point object maintaining a certain radial distance of separation, if this is a point object of mass m, whenever a point object of mass m having a radial distance of separation r rotates about this axis, so rotation about this axis means the particle moves in a circular locus. Are you getting me? Whenever the particle moves in a circular locus about an axis, right, then state of rotation of a particle about an axis, the state of rotation of a particle about an axis measures the moment of inertia which is given by mr square. So for a particle rotating about an axis at a distance r, either it rotates anti-clockwise or clockwise, right? Either it rotates anti-clockwise or clockwise, so long as it will be rotating about the axis maintaining a constant distance. So we know that whenever a particle moves about a point or about a line maintaining a constant distance, the locus is circular. Okay, so this is a circular locus, we can say this is a circular locus. So whenever a particle moves in a circular locus, okay, so that state of rotation gives us the measurement of moment of inertia of that particle. So either a point object or even a dimensional body, whenever rotates about such axis, right? So we can say the inertial state of the body in rotation gives us the measurement of moment of inertia. So when it is a point object, its moment of inertia is given by mr square. In abbreviated form, moment of inertia symbolically expressed by the capital letter I. So we write down it is simply I is equal to mr square, where r is the radius of rotation. R is what? It is the radius of rotation of the point object from the axis of rotation. Are you getting it? So this is the mi expression of one individual point object about an, obviously as because we are talking about a point object, so we know that in physics point object means it is a physical quantity, dimensionless physical quantity. So that's why axis position to define the mi of a point object has to be an external position, because we can't talk about an axis for a point object through the body. In that case we won't get any radial separation for the mass from the axis itself, right? So that's why, but in case of a dimensional body, the mi of a dimensional body can also be possible about an axis which is passing through the body itself, right? Yeah. And for point object, of course, axis of rotation about which we will discuss about mi, it has to be an external appearance, that there must be an absolute distance measured from axis to measure the mi. Is that okay? Have you noted it? Vansita? Okay. So now this was the mi expression of one point object. What happens when we talk about a system of particles? For a system of particles means if there is a body having n numbers of particles having masses m1, m2, m3, so until mn at distances r1, r2, so until rn from a given axis, then mi of the system, mi of the body, the entire body, right, that will be equal to m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square, so on till mn rn square. If the system is okay, I'll take care of that. I thought you have written yes, okay. If the system of particle is of n number of particles, having all are different particles, you can see the masses are different. Distances of separations are also different from a given axis, something like that. Let this is with the axis. Let a dimensional body having distinct point objects available in it can be something like this. Okay, they are all of different masses. Let it be, this is m1, let this is m2, m3, like this, suppose mn. So all these particles are located at different distances. Okay, if this entire body is suppose rotating with a certain angular speed or angular acceleration, whatever it is, okay, either it is rotating with a constant angular speed or with a constant alpha, moment of inertia, I mean like state of rotation. Yeah, why I am explaining this? So state of rotation, that does mean there can be two way of discussion possible. One is the rotation with the constant, I mean like instantaneous omega, or with instantaneous alpha. So long as the speed of rotation, angular speed omega will be constant, that means there will be no angular acceleration. Same as it happens in linear motion. So long as in linear motion we do know that so long as a body moves with a constant linear velocity, linear acceleration remains 0 during that case, and when linear velocity itself changes, then the state of acceleration does exist. Similar things in rotational motion. So long as a single point object or a system of particles taken together is rotating with the constant angular velocity omega, till that time period there is no existence of angular acceleration alpha. But whenever the body will rotate where omega is variable, either increasing or decreasing, the state of alpha, that is angular acceleration, will exist there. Is that okay? So in both cases I will be countable, moment of inertia will be countable, either a body is moving with constant omega or a variable value of omega. So here I for this body, as we have written the sum of all individual mi of the particles, in general form we can abbreviate it, we can write down it is a summation of mi ri square with the limit of I varying from 1 to n. Are you getting me? Summation of the general formula mi ri, mi representing a general particle in number, ith particle, mi is the mass of the ith particle, ri is the distance of the ith particle, and that value of I varies from 1 to n.